This is entitled, Enough is Enough, from the heart of God to you and I, beloved. Enough is enough, an idiom or a bluff. Like snow that never dissipates, rain that waits to crystallize, let me make it crystal clear. Here of late, my intolerance never ceases to capitulate. A stench in my nostrils, the smell of it is scandalous, much to dismiss. Your flagrant, blatant, brazen disregard, my anger, like unextinguished fire, always seems to escalate. I am he who knows who existed before existence, the relevant reverence. He who challenges your definition of existence. Your omniscience haven't perfected knowledge yet. You haven't inspected all places and time, everything, everywhere, seen and unseen. You haven't convened in two places at one time, traveled at warp time speed in and out of time, space-time continuum. You have done none of this with just a thought. I am he who opened minds to chilling epiphanies, orchestrate angelic symphonic symphonies, apocalyptic revelations orchestrated, causing you to bend the knee, hear and see countless visions, countless reasons to know that I am he who counts the countless decisions that only a God can make. Only a God creates how long it will take for a day to awake. Make sense of the way birthing takes place. When will the sun drop? When is the morning due? Why haven't you died yet? You haven't thought of that. I am the infinite, infinite ways, infinite days, the ultimate, absolute, infinite name, an infinite maze. Your finite mind cannot define my infinite divine. I am the being before the beginning, the one who's seen the wisdom of the end from the beginning. My lineage never ending, ancient of days, let the beginning begin again after the end ends, says the infallible, undeniable God. Listen, the complexities of the planet points to a deliberate designer, a directive mind behind the phenomena, God. Who is this intellectual, deliberate strategist? The universe operates by universal laws of nature. Why does it? God. Who is this that exhibits such exquisite interconnectedness? God. Don't let the cancer of your ignorance clog your head hard. Listen. The complexities of the universe obey rules of mathematics. Earth to sun exactitude, highly improbable, no random chance. Highly improbable. Understand, if the earth were any closer to the sun, we'd burn at a glance. Any further away, we'd freeze into a trance. If the element of oxygen, 8 protons in the nucleus, would suddenly erupt like Mount Vesuvius, the breath you breathe no longer obvious. Death is obvious. And how don't you know what's impossible to refute? DNA encoded messages, absolute immutable proofs, no guesses. Fingerprint distinct impressions, even your brain processes 1 million messages per second. Your stain is removed by the grace of my presence. Your vein would collapse and never recover if you keep refusing my blood transfusions. Your brain's delusions bruise contusions left by the inconclusive conclusions. Stop your whining, little children. Father's pining for your attention. Wipe your eyes and listen. I am sick of the sickening, putrid smell of arrogance. Your stinky, sticky, stiff-necked shenanigans. Mischievous, devilish hooligan. Scoundrel of sorts. Your distinct distiller distorts will be dealt with. Who contends with Shaddai? The storm conveys his power, his wrath. Even non-believers call it an act of God. Why? Inexplicable supernatural acts of wonder. The whirlwind instructs his rebuke. Like a mouthful of puke, the Lord spews out fury. The gods are afraid, gripped in terror. In horror, the jury of heavenly beings summons a shudder, a trembling, a quiver, even at the sound of his name, Shaddai, sufficient destroyer. Who contends with Shaddai, guardian of the house of Israel, liberator of the Hebrews, blood on the doorpost, apotropaic Passover, slavery's over, how I got over, soul looks back in wonder, cross the sea, cross the ford, always remember Shaddai. Shaddai. As Pharaoh, lord of the house, no longer standing, proclaiming divinity, supreme deity, you're mistaken. 10 calamities inflicted in your face, and Yahweh didn't even deploy the entire assault of heaven. Like manna from heaven, what manner of manna? Man, what is this? One choir of divine beings would be sufficient. Renegotiate for firstborn's sake? Too late. When El Shaddai speaks, enough is enough. No idiom, no bluff. Enough is enough, or else you will suffer consequences with no one to save. Or else I'll send a darkness so unique it can be felt. Or else you become so panic-stricken you lose control of your bowels. Tumultuous noises so cataclysmic your howls will growl. Your brow will scowl like the gloomy grimace in the face of a clown. Terror and dread upon your head, you wish you were dead. Enough said. So before or else is pronounced over your life, repent. Enough is enough. Message sent. The oracle. Peace, beloved.